Good afternoon, students. Today we are having a different, unique lesson together. Instead of seeing Mr. Mays live, you are going to watch this video. And this video will last less than 15 minutes. But the entire work and homework and tasks that you will have to do during this lesson will cover exactly the 45 minutes that we would have spent together live. This is a new approach of teaching law and tourism legislation, just because I wanted to make sure that everybody follows the exact rules and their tasks. Today, I'm going to work for the last lesson of our second module in English on reading, comprehension, and listening. So what I want you to do is listening your teacher reading a short article on a magazine talking about crime prevention. At the end of the article, at the end of my reading, I will give you some questions that you have to answer in a Word document that is to be finished and sent to me on my email address by the end of the lesson. So it means at 4:45, or better 4:50. So I'm starting the reading. The amazing aspect of the outstanding aspect of this new way of teaching is that every time that you don't understand a question, every time that you don't understand a paragraph, you've got your lesson recorded, so you can stop it and go back to listen to your teacher again. So I'm going to read you an article about a magazine article about crime prevention. After this reading, I will give you some questions. You will have to copy the questions on a Word document, and then you need to answer the questions according to the reading. Burglary and how to avoid it. This is the title of our magazine article. A recent survey of crime statistics shows that we are all more likely to be burgled now than 20 years ago, and the police advise everyone to take a few simple precautions to protect their homes. The first fact is that burglars and other intruders prefer easy opportunities, like a house which is very obviously empty. This is much less of a challenge than an occupied house, and one which is well protected. A burglar will wonder if it is worth the bother. There are some general tips on how to avoid your home becoming another crime statistic. Avoid leaving signs that your house is empty. When you have to go out, leave at least one light on, as well as a radio or television, and do not leave any curtains wide open. The sight of your latest music center or computer is enough to tempt any burglar. Never leave a spare key in a convenient hiding place. The first place a burglar will look is under the doormat or in a flower pot, and even somewhere more imaginative could soon be uncovered by the intruder. It is much safer to leave a key with a neighbor you can trust. But if your house is in a quiet, desolate area, be aware that this will be a burglar's dream. So, deter any potential criminal from approaching your house by fitting security lights to the outside of your house. But what could happen if, in spite of the aforementioned precautions, a burglar has decided to target your home? Windows are usually the first point of entry for many intruders. Downstairs windows provide easy access, while upstairs windows can be reached with a ladder or by climbing up the drain pipe. Before going to bed, you should double check that all windows and shutters are locked. No matter how small your windows may be, it is surprising what a narrow gap a determined burglar can manage to get it through. For extra security, fit windows locks to the inside of the window. What about entry via doors? Your back door and patio doors, which are easily forced open, should have top quality security locks fitted. Even though this is expensive, it will be money well spent. Install a burglar alarm if you can afford it, as another line of defense against intruders. A sobering fact is that not all the intruders have to break and enter into a property. Why go to trouble of breaking in if you can just knock and be invited in? Be aware of bogus officials or workmen, and particularly if you are elderly, fit a chain and an eye all so you can scrutinize callers at your leisure. When you do have callers, never let anybody into your home unless you are absolutely sure that they are genuine. Ask to see an identity card, for example. If you are in the frightening position of waking in the middle of the night and think you hear an intruder, then on no account should you approach the intruder. Far better to telephone the police and wait for help. This is the end of our reading. To make everything clear, I will suggest to listen to my reading again. I'll give you just 1 minute. So stop the video and listen to my voice again, and listen to the reading again, and take some notes because they're very helpful for your exercise, for your questions later on. Question number 1. A well-protected house, A, is less likely to be burgled. B, is regarded as a challenge by most criminals. C, is a lot of bother to maintain. D, is very unlikely to be burgled. Write the question down and just write the answer, the letter plus the entire answer. Question number 2. According to the writer, we should A, avoid leaving our house empty. Only go out when we have to. C, always keep the curtain closed. D, give the impression that our house is occupied when we go out. Write down the letter plus the entire correct answer. Question number 3. The writer thinks that hiding a key under a doormat or flower pot, A, is a predictable place to hide it. B, is a useful place to hide it. C, is imaginative. D, is where you always find a spare key. Write the correct answer with the letter plus the entire sentence. Question number 4. Gaining entry to a house through a small window, A, is surprisingly difficult. B, is not as difficult as people think. C, is less likely to happen than gaining entry through a door. D, is tried only by very determined burglars. Question number 5. According to the writer, window locks, security locks, and burglar alarms, A, cost a lot of money but are worth it. B, are good value for money. C, are luxury items. D, are absolutely essential items. Question number 6. The writer argues that fitting a chain and an eye hole, A, will prevent your home being burgled. B, avoids you having to invite people into your home. C, is only necessary for elderly people. D, gives you time to check if the visitor is genuine. So this is the end of the reading and its questions. I hope you had time to listen to my reading twice and you had prepared a proper, correct, and a clear Word document with the questions written down properly, plus the answer with the letter plus the entire sentence written down as well. If you didn't do that, your task will be considered wrong and you will get a bad mark. If you did that, that will be kept into consideration. So, I hope you enjoyed the new way of having a law and tourism lesson. Hope you are safe, hope you are good, and thank you for watching this video. And thank you for sending me the email by the end of our lesson. So it means by the end of our lesson at 4:50. A Word document written by you. Thank you very much. Bye.